the reason that the Dylan thing struck out to me, I didn't understand it was the way it read wherever I read it. It seemed like it was around the same time that you met them, but it struck me that you've worked intimately with someone who, like you said, with John, who spent a lot of time demystifying his mythology, and Dylan, whose entire life has been to build and destroy and build and destroy again.
It bothered the hell out of John. And I wrote about that, that he had a real love-hate relationship with Bob. I happen to have been a fan.
Mm.
George Harrison had been an enormous fan. The Beatles were an enormous fan of the first one or two records. The first one was stunning to John. But there were two things that Bob did. One was a temporary conversion to Christianity.
The saved period, right? Yeah.
You got to serve somebody. And that just infuriated John. He hated that. And, in our late night discussions, he would say, I put everything out there. I tell people everything about myself. He just keeps, this phony air of mystery around him, the unwashed phenomena. And he said, it's just all phony. And I said, John, he's considered, along with you, one of the most brilliant lyricists of the 20th century. And John said, I write much better than he writes. It's easy for you to write a gobbledygook song that nobody can kind of figure out with the surrealistic impressions with a copy of the thesaurus next to you. The stuff that I write is from my heart.
Yeah.
And I said, I think I just rambled off one or two songs by Bob. And John said, listen to Walrus. And I did. And it was surreal, as well as a number of other of John's songs. He didn't like the fact that more people considered him the great lyricist. And at that time in his life, he thought that most people thought of him as the ex-Beatle who married this Japanese woman.
I see.
He would later have the same feelings about Paul McCartney.